When Cyntoia Brown was 16, she shot and killed a man who had allegedly hired her for sex. She was tried as an adult, convicted of first-degree murder and given a mandatory life sentence with the possibility of parole only after 51 years. Now, her case is back in the spotlight thanks to social media posts by celebrities calling for her release. Advocates say they are hoping the renewed attention helps them argue that Brown should be eligible for parole sooner. "We have been very, very surprised. The entire team, as well as Cyntoia, obviously had no idea that this was going to happen or why it happened, and she is very appreciative of the support from everyone," Charles Bone, Brown's attorney, told ABC News. "It is about her, but it's also about the issues, and I think that's what she feels strongly about. The issues of sex trafficking and sex slavery and juvenile justice all need a lot of attention throughout the world, but especially here in Tennessee." Brown was convicted of first-degree murder in 2006 after she shot and killed Johnny Michael Allen, a 43-year-old man who had allegedly hired her for sex. She was forced into sex with other men by 24-year-old Garion Cutthroat McLaughlin and had experienced physical and sexual abuse, according to an amended petition for a writ of habeas corpus filed by her attorneys in 2015. McLaughlin died in 2005. Brown has already spent more than a decade behind bars, but Bone said the renewed attention comes as he is preparing to argue her case before the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals in early 2018. "The court will be asked by our team to consider the constitutionality of the 51-year sentence for a child," Bone said. "That's been the issue we have felt for all these years needs to be considered by the courts. We haven't been successful yet, but we are hopeful the Sixth Circuit will consider our appeal on a favorable basis." Marcia Levick, the deputy director and chief counsel of the nonprofit Juvenile Law Center, said Brown is far from the only juvenile offender to have received a harsh sentence. "My hope for cases like Cyntoia's is to just literally try to change the paradigm," Levick told ABC News. "When someone is a child, when someone has had the experiences Cyntoia had, our system needs to be able to reflect that and to recognize that. Otherwise, I think we lose our sense of humanity." Brown was diagnosed with fetal alcohol syndrome disorder in 2012, according to her attorney. At the time she shot Allen, her exposure to alcohol poisoning in utero left her with a damaged brain which caused her to experience the world through the mind of a 10-year-old child, according to the habeas corpus petition. She had also been abandoned and later kidnapped by her biological mother, suffered physical and sexual abuse and was forced into a life of prostitution, the writ of habeas corpus states. In 2009, the Supreme Court of Tennessee upheld her conviction. But two U.S. Supreme Court decisions in 2010 and 2012 have changed how juveniles can be sentenced. In 2010, the court prohibited sentencing juveniles to life without the possibility of parole for non-homicide offenses. In 2012, the Supreme Court ruled that Eighth Amendment prohibits sentencing juvenile offenders to life in prison without the possibility of parole for any offense.